Everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to throw together, an old recipe. I went back, I keep telling you guys, go over to my website, gregs-kitchen.com. There's thousands of recipes. This one I think I made like 20 years ago, and I've never done a video on it. So I decided I'm going to start going back through my video or my old recipes that are on my website. And if you guys see any on there you guys would like me to do, let me know. But this one's a fire roasted tomato chicken made with chicken thighs. And I need to get this started. Let me get the thing heating up. And I've just got boneless, skinless chicken thighs. You can use chicken breasts if you want to. It doesn't make a difference. It's just I like the chicken thighs, the dark meat. I think it has a little bit better flavor. That's why I'm going to like my quail when we do start harvesting them, because they're all dark meat. So I'm going to like that part. So I am going to salt and pepper my chicken thighs here. And we're just going to brown them a little bit, because they're going to end up braising in the tomatoes and peppers and all that we're putting in here. So there we go. Let me give me some tongs to take those off of there. I love this little induction cooktop. As you guys have seen, I've never used a gas stove. I don't like using propane in a camper, even though this is not a camper anymore. As you can see, we got living room over here. So it's I call it my little cabin. But the propane puts out a lot of moisture, and in a small space, it's just going to cause mold and mildew. Brody's walking around down here below me. He's doing good. All of you that asked in my last video how he's doing wonderful. No problems. He just, every so often he's a little bit slow walking, but believe me, I am too lately. Let me get these in here, and we're just going to get them browned off. And I'm putting them the seasoned side down that I just seasoned, because now that they're in there, I can go ahead and season the top, the bottom actually, but now it's on top. It was down. And I'm just going to cover those and brown that just for a minute. Okay, so we're going to turn these over. It's trying to stick to my pan. Let me set this down. Take a little wooden spoon, go underneath them. There we go. Because if I pull that off of there, some of that tasty brown is going to stick to the pan, which is okay because it'll be in the sauce. I want some color on these thighs. There we go. Now, I'm going to rearrange, because I need some working space here. We're just going to slide this over here, get my cutting board, and we're going to get some of these vegetables ready. We'll start with the onion. And you're just going to use a medium-sized onion, or half of a large onion, or 2 small onions, whatever you got. Did I mention I hate the skins on garlic and onions? I've been known to peel off too many layers because I just want to get rid of the skin. A little brown spot on that. Let's just take that off. And I'm just going to dice these in a small dice. Oops. Flip it around so I can hold the larger side. I'm going to turn this up just a little bit, get it brown a little faster. Hope you guys had a nice 4th of July. Spent ours up here just cleaning in the garden, cleaning that mess up, and taking care of the chickens and the quail. Chickens are getting humongous. I love them. They all got personality. They jump up on my shoulder now when I sit down on their little front porch on their chicken coop. Here's a little video of this one's Etta. She's our little, I forgot the name, what she is, but this is Etta, and then this one over here is Miss Mabel. They both just jump up on my shoulder now, waiting for me to give them their dried worms. So they're getting very tame. They like me, so I like that part. But they're always jumping on me. Let me grab another plate here, because I don't want to use that other plate that we had the chicken in. I'm going to pull this chicken out now. Like I said, we just want to get some color on it. And then we're going to put it right back in to this mixture we're getting ready to make and let it braise and finish cooking. Get all the flavors melded together. It's going to be delicious. So I'm going to set this aside over here. I'm going to go ahead and throw the onion in. Let it start sauteing off a little bit. Getting those little pieces off the bottom. And then we're going to use an orange pepper and a red pepper. You can use whatever color you want. I think in my recipe it said red and green, but I didn't have any green ones at the store. It looked any good. My peppers are gone. Have to joke about it, but that's okay. Next year's going to be bigger and better. Actually, you know what? I'm saving these for the chickens. Let me get a little bowl. I don't know why I'm throwing this stuff out. I think my girls will like that. We're going to save those. Like I said, you can dice these up any size you want. They cook down pretty soft, so I don't want them too small because they're going to end up mush. And for any of you learning your cooking from me, I'm sorry, but no. When you're cutting peppers, I usually put the waxy outside down because your knife will slide off of the wax and you can cut yourself easier. So I always put the waxy side down. It's just safer. That one. Let's get this one done. It has been in the 90s up here. And usually that, as we're driving up here, it's like 95, 96. You get up to the top up here, it's always a lot cooler, of course, in the woods. You take that down to medium. And always feels a lot better up here. I'll tell you what, the humidity, ooh, I feel like I'm back in South Florida. Because this humidity has been terrible. It's nice to come back into the cabin, into the air conditioning at the end of the day. See Brody, who's parked his little butt in here all day long, because he still likes his air conditioning. Yeah, we'll leave that for the chickens. It's a little much, but I'm going to give them a treat. I like to take this white pith out. It's usually a little bitter. And on hot peppers, that's where the heat is. So you always want to take it out unless you like it really spicy. Alright. These onions and peppers are in there already going down, softening. I know I probably should have just done half of it at a time, but I never play by the rules. Let's get that in there. I think, yes I am. I'm done. So I can put that in there. Move this back over here where I can work after I clean up these pepper seeds. There we go. Now this recipe does call for half a cup of red wine. I don't have any red wine. So if you don't want to use wine, you can use chicken stock, and that's what I'm going to use. Except I am going to use, I'll put it over here, I got a half a cup of water. I'm going to put about half a teaspoon of this Better Than Bouillon and put that in there. I think this is the lower sodium. I love this stuff. It's excellent. I use the chicken, I use the garlic, roasted garlic, the beef. When I don't have my own stock to use, I like it. That's the only thing you're going to find in my kitchen. Okay, so I'm going to put that in there. And once I get that in there, I want to immediately scrape the bottom of the pan, deglaze it, get some of the fond off the bottom, the flavor. Okay, get that back up to high now. Since we got some liquid in there, nothing's going to burn. Okay, now we got 2 cans of fire roasted tomatoes. This one's fire roasted with garlic. So we're going. I saw that, and anything with garlic, I'm going to add in there because, like Mom, I love my garlic. So we're going to add that in there. And like Mom would say, make it your own. You can use whatever you want. So if you don't like the fire roasted flavor, you can use regular diced tomatoes. But I'm hoping to can my own fire roasted tomatoes this year. Get them all cooked off on the grill, charred up, and then jarred up. All right. Now we're also going to put about half a teaspoon of garlic powder in there. Maybe a little bit more. But Daddy likes his garlic. And we're going to put about a teaspoon of oregano. I have to admit, my green stalks, those limbs in the garden trees just miss my green stalks by that much. So I do have some herbs, and I've been hanging these over in the living room window. This is my oregano. I'm just going to get some of that right down in there. I probably should be chopping this, but you know what? I think this is working. And the rest of it, I'll just hang right back up, and we'll get that jarred up and put into a jar for later. But look at that, I got my own fresh oregano in there. I'm not getting a lot out of my gardening right now, but what I'm getting, I am using. Now I want to taste it for salt and pepper. I can use some pepper, maybe a little salt. Those diced tomatoes, that's why I didn't add salt already, because the tomatoes are packed in salt. Put some pepper in there. This smells good all by itself. It's like a tomato soup. I bet you could puree this, and that would be one awesome tomato soup. Might just have to try that. Okay, I do want to put some dried onions in here. Since there's a lot of liquid in there, the dried onions Mom did, I'm just going to put some of these in there, smaller pieces. In my opinion, you never can have too many onions or too many garlic, or too much garlic. Okay, everything's all in there. It tastes wonderful. I'm going to nestle the chicken thighs right back down in there. I want to get them covered in the sauce. And the juice that came out of this chicken, it's going right back in there too. I'm not wasting any of that. That's flavor. I'm building up a mess over here. Okay, so I'm going to get these all nestled down in the juices because I want them to cook together, get the flavors of the tomatoes, the roasted garlic, all that down into the meat. So I'm just going to cover this. We're going to let it cook for about 8 to 10 minutes. I'm going to check it, make sure the temperature of the chicken's on at least 165, and then we'll serve it up. Okay, so we're back. It's been about 10 minutes. I took the lid off after about 5 minutes. I wanted some of that liquid to evaporate. The way I originally made this is I took some flour, dredged the chicken in it, and that flour helped thicken up the sauce. Since I didn't do it that way this time, I decided just to take off the lid and let some of the juices, evaporate. So it'd make a little bit thicker sauce. You could also, if you want, just take a little bit of cold water and some cornstarch put in there if you want a nice sauce. The reason I liked it and did it the last time is I made, I think it was pasta. You could use pasta or brown rice. Serve this over top of it, and those juices are just amazing down in there. So let me grab a piece out of here. And I'm going to get some of these veggies. I got a little bit right there. Oh, that's good. I know someone's going to yell because I use my fingers, but I'm eating it. I'm going to take some of Mom's parsley that she did for us. Just sprinkle over the top. Make it pretty. Sounds like it's raining out here. I think the rain finally got here. It was supposed to rain all day. All right. Let's give this a taste. You see the chicken's cooked all the way through. Nice and flavorful. That's amazing. Yes. Now another thing you could do, if you want more of a thick sauce, if you have an immersion blender, you could put some of this in it, down the immersion blender, just thicken it up and pour over it. Because this sauce is amazing over pasta. It'd be great over brown rice, white rice, whatever you care for. But y'all want to give this one a try. Like I said, it's an old recipe from back on my website. I'm going to put a link to it, of course, down below in the description along with all the ingredients. It's just over on gregs-kitchen.com. You guys can head over there, search, look at all the old recipes. If you see one you like, please give me a comment down below and let me know what you'd like me to make. I'll be glad to make anything you guys request within my limits and my little cabin here, but I'll give it a try. So again, thank you guys so much for sticking with us. I appreciate it so much. And I'll go ahead and put the videos of the chickens here and pictures of the chickens as we close out. But y'all take care and God bless. Love you. Bye-bye.